Wow, that's a lot of flies. Look at how many of them there is. Ugh. And the reason this fly trap works so well is because of the bait that's in this container, which I'll make sure to share with those of you who stay till the end. So for your trap, you're going to need a plastic container of some sort. For that, I'm using the empty jar of peanut butter. Then you're going to need a drill, and you're also going to need a drill bit. Now, it doesn't matter what you want to use to make the hole, just you want to make sure that you have the right size hole so the flies could get into the trap, but they won't be able to get out. And then I'm going to make 6 holes in this cap. The hole size that I like to use is 15x64 because this is what's worked for me after experimenting with these traps. Then the next step is going to be to pour in some of our golden bait. There's already a fly on the edge of the container. This thing is for sure gonna catch some flies. Then what I'm going to do is to place this on the scale, and I'm gonna pour in water until this thing reaches 500 grams. And it's 510 with the lid on. Then next, what I'm going to do is tie some twine around the jar to try and make a handle. Then the next thing is to hang a trap, and we want to place it by the siding of your building because the flies are attracted to the heat that is being radiated from the siding when the sun beats on it because it helps them breed faster, so we could catch them there. But you don't want to put it near the entrances, otherwise it could be a little smelly. So this is the fly trap after a few minutes, and it doesn't have too many flies at the moment, but we'll check back in a few hours to see how it's doing. So this is how many flies we caught after about only 5 or 6 hours. Pretty impressive. So after 2 weeks of hanging the fly trap, first of all, I'd say this is about 3,000 flies, but let's actually measure it. So before I hang the trap up, I measured the weight of this container for reference, and I said its weight was 510 grams with the lid on. Now the container weighs 650 grams with the lid. So once I subtracted the weight of the container, we caught 140 grams worth of flies. I did a little research online, and it says that a male house fly weighs about 11 grams, whereas the females weighs about 18 grams. So the average of it is 14.5 grams, and we're going to use that to calculate how many flies there are. And 140 grams converted is 140,000 milligrams. So when we divide that by 14.5, we get a grand total of 9,555 flies, 0.1724. Excuse me, there's no 0.1 of a fly, but wow, is that a catch. So now I'm gonna pour out all the flies we caught onto this white plastic bag. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of flies. Look at how many of them there is. So for those of you who made it to the end, it's time to reveal the secret bait behind this thing. What I used is some eggs that we had in our fridge, and I cracked it into a container and added some water and let it brew for 2 weeks. The longer you let it sit, the better of a bait it will become. But a tip is to place the container with the lid in a sunny, warm area because it will speed the fermenting process up. So that's how to build a fly trap with the ultimate bait that will catch thousands of flies. I hope you learned a lot. If you did, hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Goodbye!